Allegedly, Destiny and his wife are breaking up. Allegedly, because I don't even know if this is really true. I haven't seen definitive evidence of him coming out. The evidence that I have seen is like there, but not there. And for those of you who don't know who Destiny is a streamer and YouTuber. Very big platforms, left-wing, progressive. He has blue hair. A lot of people pick with him about his blue hair. Modern man.
Yes.
Very successful, though. Yes. A lot of money. He's very intelligent. He's one of the few people that I saw on platforms outside of like some, news people that I've seen who can speak about progressive and liberal ideology concerning relationships. And he was very intelligent in the way that he would speak. He speaks very fast. Yeah. Seen him a couple of times debating some red pill guys. And I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes he was shutting them down. It just is what it is. But him and his wife had an open marriage on both sides. So they were both able to sleep with other people.
Yikes.
And they would argue with a lot of people that monogamy was not the most ideal for them. They wouldn't necessarily say everybody should do what they do, but they would defend what they do. And for a lot of other people, because of the stresses of being monogamous and holding yourself back from experiences with other people.
The longer you're with somebody, the better sex gets. So why is she not enough?
Why is she not enough? It's
Why
I mean
am I
like
enough, Steve?
it's kind of like
Yeah,
asking.
Steven.
It's kind of like if you've got like a close friend, but then you've got other friends. Like, well, why is that one friend not enough? Because in life, sometimes variety is fun. Sometimes I want to be with a girl that's Hispanic or Asian. Sometimes I want to be with somebody that is
Marriage
into something
is
that's
not
slightly
a friendship.
I didn't say marriage was a friendship, but marriage to me isn't just about my going in her. There's a lot of aspects to my marriage that I share with my wife that's really unique to my wife that I don't share with other people. My is just not one of those things.
Is it
right?
going?
That's why some people say that emotional cheating is also a thing in marriage.
Sure, that's great. But I'm just saying that like there I think that there are some things.
There's a level of closeness that's only appropriate between spouses.
In your opinion, which is fine. But there are some things that are fun to explore sexually with other people that not everybody might like. There might be some people that are into certain things that like I'm not into that she gets another guy. There might be some girls that are into certain things that they're into that she's not into. Like, so being able to explore sexually with other people is just a fun thing. If you're both okay with it, then yeah.
This value of fun, it's a very interesting one that's been brought up, right? It's kind of like a chief value here in the discussion.
Sure.
God forbid this happens. Will it be fun if this open relationship ends up causing things to fall apart down the line if one of you guys finds yourself in an entanglement, so to speak, with somebody who you might find a deeper connection with than the other person? Like if that causes the relationship to fall apart, that probably wouldn't be very fun.
No, it would be horrible and it would be sad. But monogamous relationships have the same issue, right?
Issue, yes.
How many times do you have like a man that falls in love with a coworker or a woman that falls in love with a friend that she spends too much time with? Like monogamous people have to put up a lot of boundaries in their relationships too because they worry about the same types of things, you know?
Yes, people will, like in marriage, people will likely find somebody else at some point in time during the marriage that they feel a stronger connection with. But through embodying virtue, like you can shut down that impulse, you can resist that temptation and stuff. And it's like, I don't know, I personally think that that's a better approach than entertaining it, because what if someday one of you guys runs into somebody that you have a better emotional connection with? Like, what would you do then?
Again, I understand the question, but like monogamous people have this exact same problem.
They do, but you can guard against
what you
it
rely on,
with
yeah,
virtue.
but the guardian, in my opinion, is the history that you've built together, right? There's
Or
probably
the virtue that you choose to embody.
if that's how you want to do it.
History.
Yeah, but there's like there's
a lot of
probably
people with
probably
history that still cheat though.
There's probably some woman out there that would be like a better match for me than Melina. There's probably
Watch
some
it.
guy. Yeah, there's probably some guy out there that would be a better match for her than me. But we've got like 4.5 years up to now of history built together that we know.
And like our lifestyle works really well. We match
Yeah.
very well. We want the same things. Like
Yeah. So I think part of what makes a relationship work is that relationships require a lot of deliberate work. They don't just happen and they don't just grow naturally. It's not for a little bit for the beginning,
Like,
but they require like a lot of deliberate, like we're going to work on things, we're going to build on things, we're going to have this. And that thing that you build is part of what makes you romantically attracted to each other. Not in the honeymoon way, but in like this is a relationship that works kind of way. And that thing you can't find with other people. There might be a girl that I meet and I connect with in a ton of awesome ways, but it's like I don't know.
Way.
But
yeah.
here's the thing about that. I mean, you make a great point, but a lot of people...
Of course I do.
So they're supposedly breaking up. She is leaving him for somebody that she was messing with under the non-boundaries of their relationship that looks a lot like this. That's who she's leaving him for. We're talking about it because it's the big news right now, and I'm just like...
I don't get it, because I'm like, okay, if your relationship is open and that's so much better for you because you have the freedom to be able to go and come as you please with whomever you please, then why are you breaking up? Why not just continue to do what you've been doing?
These are thoughts. These are things that make you say,
I don't know. That's weird to me because I'm just like, if your open marriage is so great, I don't know. From the times that I've heard him speak on it, they always made it seem as though it's like the best thing in the world. Like this is the greatest option. I'm confused. I mean, I understand nobody's perfect. Things happen and everything like that. But for their marriage to be ending because she is going to go with one of the people that she was with while she was with him, why are you divorcing if you have the option to be with him? Something ain't right.
Well, you got that right.
That just, it's not curling all the way over for me.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I think she wanted more than just a sexual relationship with this guy. I think she wanted to have an emotional commitment to him for however long that's going to last.
Damn.
I wonder if their relationship is going to be open too.
I don't know. So one of the things that he said was, well, supposedly he allegedly said, because it's not like he was on video doing this, to my knowledge. He basically was saying a lot of the guys that she would end up messing with when they were doing their open relationship thing would be guys who had bad things to say about Destiny, and he would not do the same. That would be a cause for the end of a situation with him and another person, is if they talk bad about her.
Oh boy.
Ladies, for y'all to know, that's one of the ways that a guy who's either in your friend zone or a guy that you're messing with outside of your main relationship, that's one of the ways that they get you to turn on the person that you're in the main relationship with, is by talking bad about them, because they're trying to highlight all of the things that person does wrong and emphasize the things that they do right.
Yep.
To say that I knew that this was going to end bad is just, I did.
I think a lot of people did.
A lot of people used to tell him flat out that this ain't going to end.
This ain't going to work, dude.
This not going to end. And he was like,
no, because we have a commitment that lies to you.
You know what I find very interesting is that there are scientific studies that prove that pair bonding is a real thing. That there's literally a biological connection that you have to a person that you have sex with, and that having other partners compromises that connection. This isn't something that we made up out of the thin air. As a matter of fact, I didn't actually even know that this was a thing until this year. That's when I actually went and I looked at the study, partially because I heard some red pill guys talking about it when it pertains to women. And of course I went to check it because I knew there was going to be stuff that they were going to leave out. Of course they did. And the reality is, after about 5 partners, the ability of the woman to pair bond to somebody else goes down dramatically. And after about 7 partners, the ability of a man to pair bond with a woman takes a dramatic dip. That is their ability to connect with the person, their ability to have a happy sexual relationship, and their ability to stay invested in the relationship in general and be satisfied goes down after a certain amount of partners for both. When you marry, guys know this, but I'm gonna just say it. We not gonna go blind. Women not gonna go blind. Your sense of smell ain't gonna go nowhere. They sense of smell ain't gonna go nowhere. Attractive guys are gonna keep on being born. Attractive women are gonna keep on being born. No matter how good looking your mate is, there is gonna be something, an area in which they lack, which leaves opening for you to invite other things into your relationship.
And if you're still here, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and let us know that you appreciate the content that we're putting out, so that way we can keep on giving you more of what you want.
What you want.
All right. Like I said before, why even get married?
That's what I would like to know.
Like, why?
I don't understand why you're doing this.
Like, if that's the kind of relationship that you want to have, just stay single and continue just dating people. Just have an open relationship when y'all just keep dating people. Why go through the commitment and making a vow to an individual, to a person, if you're going to turn around and then say,
well, you know what? I want to have this open marriage because, there might be temptations. I see this person, I'm saying, I'm attracted to them. I want to be able to smash.
Can you say smash?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Or do whatever. I don't know what I can't say. Why even go through all that?
Here's the issue with a lot of this stuff, because a lot of people always have comebacks for it. You see that in marriage too. You see that in monogamy too. All of this other stuff y'all doing, it happens more in. That's literally the whole point. It's not that marriage is perfect.
Nope.
Because marriage will never be a perfect option, because we are not perfect.
Right.
We're always going to screw up. But the reality is, monogamy works best for the type of relationships that people in America want. Yes. That's it. There's a small minority of people who don't care about having any emotional attachments. There's a smaller minority of people who don't care about like all of the duty and honor and only want emotional attachments. As long as we in love, we good. And then when stuff don't go right, we ain't in love no more, we can just divorce. But that's still a minority. The most people want both. They want the duty and the honor and the respect and all of that traditional stuff.
Right.
And they want Disney, I'm in love with you. And that's what most people want. And they want that forever. The problem is you You can't do this stuff based on how you feel. That's the big issue, which sucks because when you're talking about love, there are some feelings involved there. It's not about feelings, but there are feelings involved. And love is a combination of all of the attributes that make up how you treat a person. It's a decision. It's about respect. It's about loyalty. It's about sacrifice. Those are aspects of love. Those are actions, but there is an emotional component and connection. And yes, if you do the right thing and you get with the right person, you can build that. Part of the issue is that everybody's eyes are so wide open with all of the options that you have out here in the world, they can't be satisfied with what they have at home. But that's just pure T selfishness. It's the same type of selfishness that makes you go and buy a really nice car and you're always looking at the next car you want to get. Unless your car is just so out of your field of view, so out of purview, so out of reality that the chances are you're not going to get it. If the car that you really want to get is a Lamborghini, most of us are not going to get that car.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, not all high value men can afford a Lamborghini. But when you go and you love a car, you're able to actually get it. It ain't as special as it was before you got it.
That sucks.
True. It starts to lose.
The luster. Now, it doesn't mean, like, especially if you really work hard for it, you'll probably take care of it. You'll probably keep it clean. 10 years from then, you're going to be looking at another car.
Yeah.
True.
It may not be immediate, but in 10 years, this is old. It can't keep up no more. I don't have the good connectivity. My phone don't connect like I want it to. The GPS is starting to mess up. All of a sudden, it's not so special anymore. That's a part of human nature. You have the same reaction towards other people, your wife and husband included.
Oh, man. Whoa.
There's always a newer model.
Yikes.
And we're going to be having issues and growing and learning with our mate. And we're going to find ourselves in situations where we're at odds, or there's certain things that we probably will never agree about.
True.
So there's always going to be an attraction to somebody else as long as you're working outside of your house. Yes. Inviting other people into your bed when you're married is asking for trouble. It increases the risk of something like this happening. It's not that it never happens within monogamy, and it doesn't mean that you don't run into bad situations with a spouse. Yes, you do. But there's a higher chance that if you find somebody with similar morality, that you guys can actually stick it out. Ooh, it was a great thing that TD Jake said. We just saw it last night. I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna shut up. Fruit goes through seasons. He said there's a time when it's a small little thing, ain't nothing but fruit. There's a time when it's a fully grown piece of fruit, and then it rots and decays, just like us.
Ouch.
The thing that does not change is the core. That's what you need to be looking for when it comes to marriage. All of this other frivolous stuff is just that. It's frivolous. It's all gonna eventually fade away and mean nothing. My parents are like going into their 80s now. I mean, Lord imagines how many arguments they had over stuff that meant nothing to them right now. We're going to try to help y'all though. This is what we're going to do. We're going to try to help y'all get the important stuff right so y'all don't have to worry about breaking up like some of these other marriages do, and that y'all don't make mistakes that lessen the chance of you having a good marriage. Having an open marriage lessens the chance of you having a good marriage. Long term. I'm not talking about what people are experiencing now in year 5. I'm talking about what you're going to experience in year 50.
Comment down below and let us know your thoughts on whether or not you think having an open marriage is something that you agree with, disagree with, or something that you would do. I think the only thing that I was going to mention is, I was going to say the disrespect of social media.
Okay.
No, because I think, unfortunately, a lot of people believe the hype when it comes to like what they see in relationships, like, oh, this is the way a relationship should be, because they see this Instagram story or they see this TikTok thing. And I'm like, that's not reality.
That is the truth.
Most of the time, majority of the time, people are going to put their best foot forward and they're going to put like that Disney-fied type of story on social media. And even with the whole idea of having an open relationship, they're going to highlight all the positives. Like,
oh, this is great because if I feel this way, I can do whatever. And if she feels that way, she can do whatever.
But they don't tell you about all the bad stuff that go on behind the scenes. Like one of the thing that she was reading about, although Destiny was going around on these different platforms and basically like bigging up their open marriage and stuff like that, secretly,
she disrespected him.
She was disrespecting him and he didn't like it.
The boundaries in everything and my relationship are absolutely effing insane. But I never complained publicly because I didn't want to make Melina look bad.
But he wasn't putting that out there because he was trying to
put on front.
Yeah, just basically putting on the front.
If this is true. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. If this is true, allegedly.